At home, the Rockets don't hold anything back, whether it comes to their clothes or their effort on the floor. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. And on tap tonight, it's the Houston Rockets going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Let's see the stat sheet here for Anthony Edwards.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with Jaden McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the center position. And for the Rockets, at the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. The forwards for him will be Brooks and Smith. And it's Şengün in at the center, filling out the middle. So the Rockets win the tip. Greg, we know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. And this figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
Well, with the size, frame, and athleticism, if you allow Anthony Edwards to get to the glass, look out.
Here's Van Vliet. Plays it up off the glass.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Conley, the pass to Randle. Launches a 3. Randle can't get that one to fall. Here's Houston now. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Van Vliet on the wing, over by Conley. Count that one from Van Vliet.
How about Fred Van Vliet, the ability to carve up the defense on the dribble drive. Nice.
Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against Dallas. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota had, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Bangs home the trifecta.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute, and we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Now here's Van Vliet. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive. Randle against Smith. Here's Van Vliet. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Conley, the pass to Randle, and Randle throws it down.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
It's time for T-shirts.
Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for McDaniels. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Smith outside to stop the run. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Oh, the lob to Gobert. And stolen by Şengün. Here's Green. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randle has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
That free throw good from Randle.
It seems to me Julius Randle improves every season, and the more responsibility he's given, it seems the better he performs.
Both free throws good from Randle.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. To the middle. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Şengün still able to play above the rim.
Minnesota with the ball. Right side, Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Here's Van Vliet. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Smith right side. Van Vliet looking around. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot. .151 left in the first quarter. Conley the pass to Gobert. And here's Edwards. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Thompson.
The beauty of Anthony Edwards, there's a lot of natural talent, but there is the work ethic and the willingness to be coached that will allow him to maximize his abilities.
That free throw, no good. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Jock Landale's checked in for Şengün. Green comes in for Smith. And it's Whitmore in for Fred Van Vliet.
There is so much to love about Anthony Edwards. He is one of the most skilled young basketball players in the league, but he also happens to be quite charismatic.
It's stolen by Edwards. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Now, here's Green. Last game with 30 points. Here's Thompson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Thompson is one of the best pure athletes to come into the league in quite some time. He's fast, and boy, can he fly.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing for the Rockets. Dylan Brooks comes in for Jock Landale. And Shepard subbed in for Green. McDaniels, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Joe Ingles comes in for Edwards. And he's good on the second. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
DiVincenzo kicks to Ingles. Reed with a screen on Brooks. And here's Ingles outside. Thompson with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Green in the high post. Pass to Brooks. Back to Green. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Ingles finds DiVincenzo. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Timberwolves ahead, up by 2. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Minnesota.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Reed. Then it's Joe Ingles. And it's McDaniels in at the 4-man position. That one good for 2. And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews, and the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Well, you saw how dialed up they were from distance. The defense just couldn't get out to everyone.
And that explains their three-point percentage. They had more than a few players giving the defense absolute fits from range. Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Ingles against Brooks. 6 on the shot clock. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Ingles. Here's McDaniels. And that one is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. 5th, Amen Thompson.
And those numbers have started to set him apart offensively from most of the other rookies in the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Houston making a switch here. Eason's checked in. Dillingham's checked in for Minnesota. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Timberwolves leading by 3. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
3 points.
DiVincenzo's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here are the Rockets now. And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing. And those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Adams, he's checked in for Houston. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Einad's checked in. Rockets trail by 6. And here's Thompson. 9-point game his last outing. Pass to Adams. Reed with the block.
Boy, give Naz Reid credit. He perfectly timed that block. Wow.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Şengün's checked in for Steven Adams. Jabari Smith comes in for Tari Eason. Tate, he's checked in for Cam Whitmore. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Shepard. Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Edwards comes in for Joe Ingles.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. And he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him. Here's Thompson. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Şengün with the bucket.
A work in progress for the big man. When Şengün is hitting from the outside, this offense becomes dangerous.
Edwards against Thompson. Edwards inside. Can't get it to fall. Rockets trail by 3. Thompson outside. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Şengün inside. Defended by Gobert.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Edwards looking it over. To the wing right side. Shoots. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Doesn't matter where on the floor Anthony Edwards is. That shot mechanic's so pretty, so fluid.
DiVincenzo against Holiday. Here's Şengün. Back to Holiday. Here's Thompson. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. 3-point lead. They host the Spurs after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Count it.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
There's 1:47 left in the first half of the game. Thompson against Edwards. Pass to Şengün. It's stolen by Gobert. Edwards drawing the double team. And the wide open shot from Reed. Hits it from 3-point range. Reed's got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to talk to his guys. Houston making some changes. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Jayshawn Tate. Jalen Green comes in for Amen Thompson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Randall's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Rockets trail by 8. Van Vliet on the wing, covered by Conley. Yes, that goes in. Van Vliet's got 8 points.
This guy is competitively tough and will not back away from physical defense. Go ahead, Fred Van Vliet.
So it's the Timberwolves now. 1:04 left in the first half of basketball. Randall no good. Houston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. So the shot's good from Smith.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
54 seconds left in the first half. Outside Conley. Outside Edwards. Tries the spin move. Over Green. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Randall against Smith. Shot clock at 6. And yes, it's good. 6 points for him.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
Van Vliet outside.
Well, strength and savvy make Fred Van Vliet a tough guy to deal with inside. Gets the contact.
The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Shoot 2.
Free throw good, Van Vliet.
I don't know how you cannot love Fred Van Vliet. This guy brings toughness. He's fearless in the clutch. He competes on the defensive end, and his IQ is as good as it gets.
He doesn't get the second one.
How about this, guys? Only the 5th undrafted player in NBA history to be named an All-Star. What you love is Fred Van Vliet every year has improved. He's fearless. He's tough. There's nothing not to like.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves lead by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi. Kenny says hi, too. Yes, we are in the midst of the NBA season and a perfect time to see how things are coming together in the West.
A look here now at Minnesota. They've been stuck in the middle tier. Not good enough to challenge for a chip, but not bad enough to get a high draft pick. They're really going to need their young guys to take a step forward in their development.
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Timberwolves.
Their work on the glass has been superb tonight, chasing down every miss there, Ernie. That's their mindset.
Yeah, you can tell it was a focal point of their game plan coming in, and they've made good on that. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. At the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. And it's Brooks in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Rockets trail by 8. Van Vliet kicks to Şengün. Şengün with the screen for Brooks. And Şengün with the basket on the assist by Brooks. Şengün's got 7 points in the game.
Great timing and a really good read there from Şengün. Spaces the floor and is rewarded.
And then Randle slams it in.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Brooks with it. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
First free throw is good.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
And both free throws good for Brooks. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Brooks against Edwards. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got 4 rebounds in this game. Brooks the pass to Green. Smith for 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Smith's got 8 points.
A whole selfless play right there from Green. He's all about getting it to the open man.
Conley against Van Vliet. And here's Edwards from the arc. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Goes back up. It's not going to go for him. It's his 6th miss. He's 5 for 11. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Free throw good, Van Vliet. And he makes both free throws. Now Conley. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Oh, the lob to Gobert, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Alperen Şengün.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to look at some of the players that are contributing in areas you might not expect. The top rebounding shooting guards of the past month. Number 1, Amen Thompson. In the 3rd spot, Anthony Edwards.
And these are sort of your do-it-all guys. I mean, even if rebounding isn't necessarily a priority for shooting guards, it's still something that helps that your team get wins.
Oh, no doubt about it. Their contributions on the glass provide their team with a huge bonus. As hard as they work on the glass, it makes things a lot easier for their teammates in the post. Lessens the load a little bit on those interior guys.
Green passes to Smith. Just 2 to shoot. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 10 points for Smith.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
3rd quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Edwards kicks to Randall. Edwards against Green. Gobert with the screen on Green. And stolen by Şengün. Lets a floater go. Smith the pass to Green. Van Vliet outside. Just 5 to shoot. No dice from the high post.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Jeff Green is checked in for Şengün. And it's Thompson in for Fred Van Vliet. Timberwolves also changing it up. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Now here's Green. Thompson looking for an opening. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the 3rd. And Thompson sends it back. Back to Green. And it's good for 2. And the Rockets lead by 3.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Checked in for Jabari Smith. And Cam Whitmore's subbed in for Brooks. Timberwolves also changing it up. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Joe Ingles in for McDaniels. DiVincenzo finds Randall. 1:32 left in the 3rd. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Alexander Walker. Trains the three-pointer. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Well, keep your head up. Look for an opportunity to facilitate Julius Randle the delivery.
We've got 1:18 left here in the third quarter. Now, here's Thompson. Defended by Alexander Walker. Nice shot by Thompson.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
.102 left in the third quarter of the game. DiVincenzo against Green. From deep Ingles. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Rockets, holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, Minnesota. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And I think for the Timberwolves, this was not the kind of season they had in mind. There are teams that would be satisfied with their position in the standings, but not one coming off the kind of terrific season they enjoyed last year.
Yeah, but let's not call it a lost season yet. There's still the possibility that they can make a strong run in the playoffs. And if that happens, all their regular season woes will be forgotten.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Thompson passes to Shepard. Adams with the screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Shepard. Off target from outside. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Houston on top. They lead by a bucket. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So on the floor for Minnesota, we got Joe Ingles, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Naz Reid, and it's Dozier in at the 3 slot. Here's Whitmore. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
So many NBA players will tell you Steven Adams is the strongest guy in the league, and he gets after it off the glass.
Pass to Ingles. Ingles with a screen on Thompson. 6 to shoot. Here's DiVincenzo. For 3. He can't hit that time. Thompson, high post. Whitmore with it. Adams with the screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Shepard. Defended by DiVincenzo. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 4. Pass to Alexander Walker. Ingles up top for the 3, and the 3 ball is good.
Joe Ingles has finished top 5 in the league's 3-point shooting on multiple occasions. You've got to contest that.
Thompson sets the pick for Shepard. From downtown, nailed from 3-point land. Shepard's got the lead back up to 4 now for Houston. Now here's DiVincenzo. Not a lot of room. Here's Alexander Walker. Good on the 13-footer.
And he's someone the defense should be keying on, especially in this moment.
I think he takes that kind of defense as a sign of disrespect, and he was more than happy to accept the challenge.
Now here's Thompson. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Again, the Rockets score.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you showing your best moves. Let's go.
A new lineup here for Houston. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. Now he preached the importance of patience down the stretch. Coach said we're not going to get it all back at once. Let's take it one trip at a time. Make it simple, make it easy. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now here's Conley. Gobert with a screen on Van Vliet. Conley dishes to Gobert. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 6 rebounds here tonight, and the shot goes in. And it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
So many ways Smith can hurt you, really showing us all what he's capable of.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Van Vliet against Conley. Pass to Randall. Gobert with a screen on Smith. Randall finds Gobert and finished off by Gobert.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Houston leading by 4. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Smith and the dunk by Smith.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. The muscle from Edwards.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
Rockets have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Smith the pass to Şengün. Van Vliet against Conley. Now that one from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 6 now for the Rockets.
Now you see the wherewithal of Fred Van Vliet. Finds the soft spot in the defense and converts.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Green against Edwards. Oh, he just jams it right over Şengün. Wow!
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
Rockets leading by 4. Here's Van Vliet. They double-team Van Vliet, and the wide-open shot from Green. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Oh, not even thinking about it. When Green is catching and firing like that, you know he's feeling it.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jalen Green. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Houston?
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
And Edwards drops them both.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip, drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
And Van Vliet, here we go. On the wing, Brooks. Got a piece of it. 5 to shoot. And here's Green outside. And another 3 for Houston.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Edwards.
We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
And so it's Houston with it. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Van Vliet. Gobert pulls it in. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Randle finds Edwards. Puts the move on.
Let's remember, Anthony Edwards is 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. Those long arms, very difficult to deal with defensively. Draws the contact there.
Shooting for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards.
Shoot 2.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 5. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Anthony Edwards has all the skill and attributes to be one of the best in the league. But these are the moments, if you're going to be in that company, you've got to make foul shots.
.34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Houston, Fred VanVleet. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what you want.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And what's their best move at this point?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
Once again, for your Lunch Crew.
Edwards against Green. Kept alive. And here's Conley outside. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, Mike Conley's a veteran. What confidence, what clutch play. Nicely done.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
The line for Houston, Chandler Green. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Minnesota calls timeout. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It drops, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
Randall kicks to Edwards. No good on the triple. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Third personal foul. Fifth team foul. At the line for your Rockets, Fred VanVleet, taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Fred VanVleet.